Welcome to Lesson 2B, Taxonomy in the Domain of Psychomotor. This lesson will guide in understanding levels in taxonomy of the psychomotor or the skill domain in writing learning outcomes. Simpson taxonomy on the psychomotor domain. This domain provides a mean of identifying outcomes that involve fine, manual, and gross motor movements. Though cognitive understanding is needed in learning a skill, the outcome for psychomotor should be separate from the cognitive part. There are 7 levels which is ordered based on fluidity and automation of the skills. The first two, perception and set, are seldom used in a curriculum and indicates the readiness to learn a skill. The next three, guided response P3, mechanism P4, complex overt response P5, are the important levels of learning which should be described in this lesson. The final two, adaptation P6 and origination P7, are higher levels where new skills or methods are invented. These are the 7 levels in the psychomotor domain that demonstrate increasing fluidity and atomicity of self-performance. This is achieved by repeated practice. As highlighted earlier, let me go to explaining the third level in Simpson taxonomy, guided response. There is the experienced teacher or faculty who knows the skill and is the pivot in this level of learning. This level has two phases. In the first, the student observes the motor activity performed by the teacher and tries to imitate it. In the second phase, the student does the activity and learns the skill to do by trial and error. There should be sufficient time for the trial and error to happen by the student and could vary from student to student. Feedback on the activity from self and faculty is very important at this level of learning, so that proper guidance should be provided. In the trial and error phase, extrinsic feedback by the faculty and intrinsic feedback in the form of self-evaluation by the student is very important for the student to learn the skill or motor activity. The important concept is guided and not independent performance that occurs in this learning. This stage of learning is guided and not independent. The action verbs used at this level to form a learning outcome are reproduce, copy, trace, respond. Example: reproduce the surface morphological characteristics of permanent and primary teeth in proportional size on a wax block. The fourth level, P4, mechanism. The three key concepts in this level of learning are confidence, habituation, and patterning. Following learning in the previous stage, P3, repeated practice or habituation leads to increased confidence in the learner. The learner develops a set pattern in performing the skill and reaches a comfort level that can be relied on for future performance of the skill or activity. The action verbs used here are construct, manipulate, demonstrate. Example: demonstrate the restoration of an extracted natural primary tooth affected by dental caries in a simulated setting. P5, complex overt response. The most characteristic feature of this level is the smoothness and automatic nature of execution of the skill. There is no uncertainty or doubt in the mind of the learner on the performance of the skill. The skill is performed optimally or even efficiently and as smooth and automatic as possible. This level can be considered as high skill level. The action verbs here used are perform, manipulate, diagnose, display. Example: perform the restoration of form, color, and function of a permanent tooth affected by dental caries in an adult patient. P6, adaptation. The most characteristic feature of this level is the adaptation and responsive to change and different settings. Students should be able to adapt their performance to the unique characteristics of the setting and situation. This is mostly observed when the dental graduate has a real work experience, and seldom this level is written in a curriculum. The action verbs are adapts, vary, alters, changes, reorganize. Example: reorganize a dental clinic to manage treatment of a mentally challenged patient. P7 or origination. The most characteristic feature of this level is the innovation in performance. Students should be able to create new patterns of performance adhering to the underlying concepts and theories that guide performance. Students should develop new approaches to solve a problem and or effective shortcuts which are identified and developed. The action verbs here include arrange, build, construct, design. Example: design and construct a new chairside management strategy for educating child patient on maintaining oral hygiene. In summary, the psychomotor skills are mastered by which they can do the action without much thought and is automatic as possible. Mastery of a skill which can be done is at level 5 and is the highest accomplished in undergraduate dental training.